The art of glassblowing has been around for thousands of years, and its techniques have survived the test of time. Here at East Falls Glassworks, Nikolai Christensen has been teaching people to make glass for years. The process starts off with molten glass heated to around 2500 degrees. While spinning a metal pole, molten glass is collected at the tip. This is where the transformation can begin.
Twist it. You can cut it. There's virtually nothing that you can't do with it. By manipulating heat in its form, you're able to make anything that your heart desires.
The glass in the furnace is clear, so to color what you're making, the molten glass is rolled in chips of colored glass. Then the glass is reheated inside the glory hole to keep its temperature above 1200 degrees.
So the glass cools off pretty quickly out here in this environment. So glassblowing becomes a sort of repetitive process of reheating it. You come out and add color, or shape it, blow it, and then you have to periodically return to this reheating chamber in order to get it hot enough to make something happen.
Once the glass has color added, it's off to get molded, cut, and shaped.
So you have a variety of tools at your disposal in order to shape the glass. Here we have some tweezers, which you can use to twist the glass into an interesting color spiral.
Using wet wooden spoons, the glass is spun until it becomes smooth.
Using these tools, which you call jacks, we can create a jack line, which is indentation in the glass that will determine where it's going to break off.
Then the glass is ready to be broken at its base, using a process called wetting off.
So the final stage of the process is to remove the metal rod from the paperweight. We can use water to create a cool spot on the glass, make it really want to break there. As you can see, the water cools off the glass very quickly. A little vibration, we can set the paperweight free.
Once the glass is broken free, the bottom is heated with a blowtorch to smooth any rough areas, then stamped with a logo or your initials. To complete the process, the glass is placed in a heating chamber where it is slowly cooled. To make something more complicated like a cup, a hollow metal pole is used so that the glass can be blown. Much of the process is the same as before: heating, cooling, molding, and then reheating the glass again.
This is the blowpipe. It's basically like a giant metal straw. It's hollow. We heat up the tip of it until it glows slightly in order to get the glass to stick to it.
While spinning the glass, air is blown through the metal tube, making it hollow on the inside. To give the glass an interesting shape, it's pressed in an optic mold, while air is blown from the other end. Again, the glass is reheated so the base can be flattened.
By selectively heating certain areas of the glass, I can change the shape in very specific ways. Right now I'm heating just the very bottom of this because I want it to have a flat bottom to stand on. Blow lightly, Seth. And stop.
Then a punty is prepared, which is just a metal pole with a small amount of molten glass on the end. This is done so it can be attached to the base of the cup, allowing the top to be worked on.
So while my glass is cold, about 1000 degrees or so, which is ice cold for glass, Seth has a blob of glass on the end of his rod that's hotter. And so they stick together. It's not a really, really strong stick, but enough to hold the piece onto his rod when I break it free of this rod. Which I do with a little bit of water on that thin area and a little tap.
Once the top is cut, reworked, and reheated, it's ready to be broken from its base and cooled slowly so cracks don't develop.
A little tap, and then the cup is finished. This is exactly the sort of thing that we do every week with total beginners.
John Rosano, Philadelphia Neighborhoods, East Falls.